Hello guys, how you doing today? It's just a shocking news, and one of the news you don't want to receive. But anyhow, the world is turned upside down. Strange things are happening today in families and homes. So I had a news of a lady who was reporting for help, actually soliciting for help. The husband just squandered. Actually, it's been about a couple of weeks now. The husband left her with two kids. She had two daughters, and the youngest one is just about 5 months old, and the eldest daughter is about a year and a half, probably growing to 2 years old. The man just left. Now, according to the lady's story, that the man has been complaining that he needed a male child, not a female child. And unfortunately for him, he has been having female female child as children for to the least of his expectation. Now, he just squandered. He left the family, he left the wife and the children just because the woman could not give birth to a male child. This is hilarious. This is terrible. Now, I understand that there are a lot of families out there that have this kind of issue going on in their lives, But it's nothing wrong if you, at the end of the day, your expected child, which if you were expecting a male child, and at the end of the day you had a female child, or you were expecting a female child, and at the end of the day you had a male child, that has nothing to do with your spouse. We all need to wake up and face reality. Your wife is not God. Your husband is not God. Now, how baby are made, that is not yours to make. It's not your decision to select. Now, you can decide to have faith that, okay, I want my wife to give birth to a male child. So you talk in faith. Then at the end of the day, you give birth to a female child. You accept what it is, because you need to understand that these are not we don't make these rules to say, okay, we want our wife to give birth to male child, we want our wife to give birth to a female child. What if God's purpose for your family is to produce male children? What if God's purpose for your family is to produce female children? You say, well, there's nothing like that. But you're wrong. Let me explain something to you. In the Bible, the man called Jacob had 12 sons. Did you ever thought about it? How could that man who have 12 sons? They get back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, expecting to have a female child. But at the end of the day, it all came out 12 sons. Each birth in that family was a son. Each birth was a son. They needed a female child, I believe. But at the end of the day, it all came out 12 sons. Did the man kill himself? Did he say, oh, I don't want these children anymore? Did he abscond? No. Because you see, we need to understand the responsibility of being a husband and of being a wife. We need to understand of what family really means. It makes no difference whether your child, the child you expected was a male or female, and at the end of the day it turned out to be the opposites of your expectation. It makes no difference. A child is a child. Every child are the same. What I mean by that is every child is your child. It doesn't matter whether a male or female that you least expected. So for you to run away and leave your family, which you claim, you look at it, you've been there for several years. You married this woman more than 6 years, I believe. Then you've been there and you get back to a child. You love this woman, you love this child until 2 years old. All of a sudden, because the second child came in, and least of your expectation, you wanted a male child, and it turned out to be a female child, you just absconded the family, and now thinking that the woman is bewitched or something. That is absurd. I mean, men need to grow up. Some men need to grow up. Some men need to wise up. Some men need to understand life. Personally, I don't believe that this is manly. You know, this is a mature attribute. So if you are in a relationship and you're being pressured in this kind of belief that you must give birth to a certain gender in your family, then that is wrong. That's a manipulative family. That relationship may never end well, as it is now, because the woman said that she's been under pressure for over the years. As they got married, the man was already singing to her, "I need a male child. I want you to give birth to a male child. I want to have a male child." Okay. She was okay. We will, by God's grace, let's hope so. And then the first child came out to be a female child. He was a bit not disturbed, but, disappointed. You can tell. And try to manage the whole thing. And then also, okay, fine, let's try again. Okay, they say we'll try again. And then they not tried again. At this time, after about a year plus, guess what? It's a female child again. The man got offended. And he's like, "I can't take it anymore." Really? How is that? How do we all come to this conclusion that we can hold our spouse responsible for a gender birth? I can't believe it. It's absurd. I mean, we still have men that think like this. It's absurd. So, if you are in a relationship right now, or you are married and you're being pressured, you haven't given birth yet, you're being pressured to give birth to a certain gender of a child, that is not a right place to be at the moment. Because your husband, your spouse, whoever is pressurizing you, need to understand that you are not God that makes babies. You are not God that sends children to the earth to fulfill a purpose. You don't create destinies. You are just a vessel. Your wife is just a vessel. She is just the woman who gives bodies to a human. So the life comes from the man. The life of a baby comes from the man. Remember that. That's why the man is the one that produces the sperm. He's the one that produces sperm. So he's the man. He's the one that gives life to the child. The life of a child comes from the man. The body of the child comes from the woman. That's why she had to carry the baby in the womb for 9 months. But that's not her making. She wouldn't select what kind of sperm will go into her ovaries. I don't understand how men think. And now he just absconded. He left his family and children. No communication, nothing. Guess what? Going to stay and live with another woman who eventually he think will give him a male child. Why are men so... Some men are so backward, really. Some men don't have this. They don't think. It's annoying. I wish I can sit down with this guy and talk to him. I wish I can sit down with this guy and let him know it's not that way. It doesn't work that way. Biologically speaking, if the woman has problem, that would be an issue, another thing. If the man has problem, but both of you are fine. But it's just that the gender choice of a child is not your making. This is what I'm trying to help people to understand. You cannot force a gender birth on a spouse to do. It's not ideal. It's not humane. That is even trying to make your spouse a witch. I don't know what you think, but this is the way I reason this whole thing, and it's wrong. So if you're watching this video and you are having that kind of relationship, listen, it doesn't end well. So the best thing is, let your spouse know you are not God. The choosing of gender is not your making. So whatever child that comes out from our body, from us, we need to accept it. We need to accept it. There are many people who don't even have a child. They've been married for decades. 10 years, 15 years, 25 years, no children. And you got one, And you are thinking, no, this is not the one I want. You are selecting. Man, guys, wake up. I think about these things. I'm like, what is it happening in this 21st century? I mean, 2021. Wow. 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 I got two boys, right? If I wanted to have a female child, well, if I couldn't get it, that's fine. If I wanted to. There are those today who wanted to have female children. They have 5, 6, 7 boys in their family. I mean, boys. The woman wanted the female child. But the man, like, what? I got some boys, I'm cool. So will she now leave the family and say, I don't want, the man was unable to provide, make it happen to choose a female gender to come into the family? So the man will now, the woman will say, I'm leaving the family. I'm gone. I'm no more staying here. It doesn't make sense. Why do men do the same thing? That's the thoughts. I've been thinking about it. I thought, let me say something. Maybe there are those of you there watching our videos and you have that challenges. You may be going through that situation right now. Who knows? You see, who knows? It's sad. It's sad that things like this go on. And guess what? You want to talk to such people, they don't want to listen. You want to advise them and try to comfort them, they don't want to hear it. Until they go out there and mess up. Guess what? They want to get another woman pregnant and so that they can have a male child. Do you understand that? So, ideally, to them, doesn't matter whether they create a polygamous home, doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter as far as they can get what they want. That's selfish. For me, that's selfish. That's total darkness. That's wrong. You don't even care how the woman feels. This is the woman you loved. You went to pay her bad price. You loved her. You took her from her parents. And now you abandon her in the midst of nowhere. Man. Some guys need to wake up. Sometimes I just think we can put this whole thing we know inside some men. Cut them open, put it in there. All right, guys, I think that's all for now. I need to go. I'll see you guys in another video. I hope you enjoyed this, and share and like and subscribe. Oh boy, I'm out. Thanks, guys. Bye for now. Bye.